Yo, what's happening? I'm Presnell. This is my shop. Why don't you come on in and take a look at some of my art. I went to Heron School of Art. I graduated in 1996. I started installing artwork for museums for a living right after that. A little while later we'll explain to you about how to hang paintings and stuff, but right now we're going to look at some of my work and talk about some of the stuff I do currently. Most recently I've been working on paintings like these. These are kind of found or thrift store paintings, something you might see at a Goodwill or Value Village or whatever. I get into these paintings and change them and add things to them. Here we got the robots in Montana. This is an offshore oil rig. You know, oil's a big topic. Gas prices are crazy right now, so I wanted to talk about that. Sometimes I think about where we're from. 317 is our area code out here, and we're in a rural situation, so we put a little graffiti out on a barn or something. Sometimes you think about the robots and all this. This is fun, so I added robotic arms and eyeballs to that cistern and made that a little more fun. Here we got the rock and roll panda bear, you know. He's blinged out a little bit, got his Gene Simmons eye makeup on, you know, for any of you old Kiss fans out there. You know, when it comes to making a piece of artwork, a lot of different ways you can go about doing it. I mean, you know, you got to get in there, you got to dig real deep and try to come up with something really hot and new, you know. Maybe it's a classic idea, something you've worked on forever, you know, a theme possibly, like these ink drawings my grandmother does. Sometimes you just got to look at it for a while. Once you make your decision, it's as easy as getting in here and just starting to paint. I'm working on this kingfisher painting right here. I'm blinging out these kingfisher birds, putting some jewelry on them, getting them hooked up. This guy's necklace. You know, this gold paint I use is real translucent, which means every coat you can see through pretty easily. And so it's going to take several little coats coming back and forth on here to get this where I want it to be, you know, a little more opaque, where you can't really see through the paint, and you get the idea that this is a necklace. So you paint on these for a little while, you get them to where you want them. Now, for me, making the artwork and getting your surface right, and what, you know, your imagery the way you want, that's only part of the step. I think you also have to get your artwork ready to go out there and install, whether you wanted to put it up in a gallery or if you had a show somewhere. So what we're going to try to do is work with you on how to set up your artwork to hang it. And what we usually do in a gallery setting is we try to hang everything at the same level in the middle. You see how this drawing here depicts this. There's a central line. That's 60 inches on center. What we've done is we've done this little layout here, these three pieces. They're evenly spaced at 16 inches in between. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys how to install those so we get them at 60 on center. Like I showed you guys in the studio, what we like to do is measure the height of the piece. And we'll see that this one is 24 inches. So half of 24 is 12. What you can do is pull your tape measure to 12. And then when you pull that up, it goes to 8. So we're going to use 68 as our number. I'll try to stay as level as I can. Set this hook. Now, like I said, we want 16 inches in between, and a little trick that I like to use is find out how big the second piece is. This piece is 23 inches, so again that's 11 and a half. Let's add 11 and a half and 16. We're going to get 27 and a half. So I'll just come off of here to 27 and a half. That's going to let me know that's where I want the center of that one to be. And so I've got a good chance to get pretty straight from there. Again, we'll find out the height of the piece. This is 27 inches, 13 and a half is our number. And we're looking at 67. Now I'm going off of my mark there, so keep it close to the center. Iced out polar bear. You see them diamonds on that polar bear? that is how you set them up.